Meanwhile, Pope Francis is celebrating Black Lives Matter. Over the weekend, during his address to the World Meeting of Popular Movements, the pontiff drew a parallel between the violent Marxist group and the parable of the Good Samaritan.
¿Saben lo que me viene a la mente a mí ahora, junto a los movimientos populares, cuando pienso en el buen samaritano? ¿Saben lo que me viene a la mente? Las protestas por la muerte de George Floyd.
Many see the slogan Black Lives Matter, or BLM, as a noble plea for equal treatment under the law. It's a cry to secure the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for everyone. But what does the Black Lives Matter organization actually stand for? To find out, look no further than their leaders, Alicia Garza, Opal Tometi, and Patrisse Cullors. Here's Cullors in a revealing 2015 interview.
We actually do have an ideological frame. Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists.
Visit the Black Lives Matter website and read the list of demands to get a sense of how deep a transformation they seek. One of those demands proclaims, quote, "We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended families and villages that collectively care for one another. We can't be certain, but it's hard to believe this radical agenda is what most signed up for when they made that hashtag Black Lives Matter social media post, or that every employee, customer, or shareholder at Nike endorses a disruption of the family."
So what do we have? We have socialist communism backed by the Jesuits. And what are some of the doctrines of socialist communism? Jesuit socialist communism. Remember, Marx said, the end game of all socialism is communism. That's what Karl Marx, a high-level Jew and Freemason, high-level Masonic Jewish Freemason, said. And he was tutored by Jesuit Peter Becks, who would be the Jesuit general, and he was tutored by Peter Becks in the British Museum for many years in the writing of Das Kapital and the Communist Manifesto. He was backed by a Roman Catholic multimillionaire, Frederick Engels of England. And the Protestants of Germany, Bismarck kicked Marx out of Germany. So he took up residence in England, backing the Jesuit Order Socialist Communist International Conspiracy. Like I said, socialist communism is put upon apostate white Protestant nations like Great Britain, like America, like Canada, like Sweden, like the Netherlands, like Germany, for our destruction of the middle class. And the Jesuits have succeeded in that from the 20th century and also now into this century. Communism promotes universal equality. It also promotes race war, race mixing, anything to divide the culture, to drive it into more abject obedience to a socialist communist military government run by a dictator called a commander-in-chief. Russia's still communist. You read the book, Fabian Freeway. These Fabian socialists had ingress and egress in and out of communist Red Russia. Sidney Webb, and a host of others. Jesuit Walsh went over to Russia after the Bolshevik Revolution, helped set up the Russian government for 2 years, from 1922 to 1924. And it's this very same Jesuit, Edmund Walsh, is going to be sitting next to FDR in 1933 when FDR recognizes the Bolshevik Socialist Communist government of Russia in December of 1933, and Walsh is sitting there right next to him because Walsh helped put that government in place. When are we going to wake up? Communism hates God, hates especially the God of the Reformation. They're out to destroy that Protestant Reformation. We can't have that anymore. That broke the power of the monarchs of Europe, the Catholic monarchs. We can't have that anymore. We want to have absolute Jesuitism, return to the Dark Ages. When we ruled all the kings and the peoples and the popes were the absolute power over all the kings and the peoples of the European world. As it is today.